Overnight, the global picture is being shaped by a widening Middle East conflict with growing economic spillovers. Fighting linked to the Iran war is intensifying across the region. The BBC reports Iranian attacks continuing across the Gulf, with major industrial sites hit in the UAE and Bahrain and injuries reported. Al Jazeera reports an Iranian barrage causing a fire at a chemical plant near Beersheba in southern Israel. In Lebanon, multiple outlets report 3 journalists killed in an Israeli strike. Lebanon's information minister has condemned the attack, while Israel has confirmed it killed a Hezbollah-affiliated broadcaster. The Financial Times reports Israel has expanded its invasion of Lebanon, with evacuation orders displacing more than 1 million people. The risk to global trade is rising. The SMH and Al Jazeera both point to escalating disruption to shipping, with the Strait of Hormuz effectively closed and the Houthis striking Israel and opening what's being described as a new front. The International Maritime Organization warns that, while ships can be insured, human life cannot, with around 20,000 seafarers reported stranded in the Strait of Hormuz. This matters for the global economy because energy and freight costs can move quickly when key choke points are threatened, and that feeds into inflation risks and business confidence. On the technological revolution front, the Financial Times flags how the distraction economy and algorithm-driven content loops are shaping culture and consumption, a reminder that AI-driven recommendation systems are not just entertainment tools, but economic infrastructure influencing attention, advertising, and politics. Separately, the Financial Times argues the Iran war may cement China's superpower status, pointing to Beijing's industrial capacity as a source of economic and diplomatic leverage as other economies absorb conflict-related shocks. Turning to Australia, the most material development is disaster recovery in Western Australia. ABC News reports emergency relief has been announced as cleanup begins after ex-tropical cyclone Narelle, with structures destroyed and more than 1,000 people still without power. Expect ongoing impacts on local services, supply chains and insurance claims in affected communities. In national technology and space capability, ABC reports Canberra-based communication systems will support NASA's first crewed moon mission in more than 50 years, providing critical links for data and communications as astronauts orbit the moon. It's a concrete example of Australia's role in high-reliability communications and space-adjacent infrastructure, with flow-on implications for advanced engineering skills and government-industry collaboration. On Australian public administration and policy settings, the SMH reports a new finding that judges are taking domestic violence more seriously, but prison terms have not changed despite reforms following a landmark inquiry. Also on regulation and labor enforcement, the SMH reports migrant workers are owed $300,000 in unpaid wages, amid what's described as pervasive exploitation across regional hospitality venues, signaling continued compliance pressure for employers and scrutiny for regulators. Locally, South Australia is running its largest ever mass casualty exercise, with ABC reporting emergency services are testing coordination and drawing lessons from recent events. In sport, the Sydney Kings are 1 win away from the NBL title after beating the Adelaide 36ers, and ABC reports an F1 driver, Oliver Bearman, limped away from a heavy crash in Japan. No specific, market-moving updates on the Australian share market were included in today's material, but global shipping and energy disruption remains the key external variable to watch for Australian equities and the broader economy.